And Young Buzz, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very serious and heavy topic to discuss that has shocked many people in the K-pop community and beyond. This is not your usual idol news or fan theories. This is about justice, accountability, and how the industry handles dark scandals. So let's dive into the recent court case involving former NCT member Taeil. On June 18, 2025, the first trial took place for Taeil and two others accused of aggravated rape relating to a crime that allegedly happened in June 2024. This case has been developing for over a year now, and finally, some concrete legal steps are being taken. According to prosecutors, Taeil and two accomplices met a foreign woman confirmed to be a Chinese national at a bar in Itaewon around 2:30 in the morning. They drank together, but then the situation took a horrifying turn. The three men forced the intoxicated victim into a taxi, manipulated the taxi's GPS to hide their real destination, and took her to a residence in the Bangbi district of Seoul. There, between 4 and 4:30 a.m., they allegedly sexually assaulted the unconscious victim. What's chilling is that the prosecutors emphasized this was not a spontaneous act. They uncovered messages between the defendants, where they acknowledged the victim was foreign and discussed tampering with evidence to cover their tracks. It took police 2 months to analyze CCTV and piece together the timeline. And just last month, the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office officially indicted Taeil and the others on charges of aggravated rape. During the trial, all three admitted guilt and prosecutors demanded a 7-year prison sentence for each. Taeil's legal team asked the court for leniency, saying there was some kind of agreement with the victim and that Taeil had submitted a statement of self-surrender. But the prosecution disputed the sincerity of this and rejected the leniency claim. Now, if you remember, back in August 2024, SM Entertainment already dropped Taeil from NCT and removed him as an artist after the initial charge came out. It's rare to see such a quick and decisive response from a company like SM, which usually tries to protect their idols or keep things quiet. That alone tells you the gravity of the situation. What's even more disturbing is that just a day after the crime allegedly happened, Taeil went live on Instagram for his birthday, smiling, playing piano, and chatting with fans, completely ignoring the seriousness of what just occurred. Netizens have been furious over this, calling it disgusting and disrespectful, and many are demanding the harshest punishment possible. So, what do you think? 7 years is a substantial prison sentence, but does it fit the crime? Should there be harsher penalties for crimes involving abuse of power or celebrity status? And how should entertainment companies handle idols who commit serious crimes? Do they have a responsibility beyond just dropping them from the roster? I personally feel that justice needs to be served fully and transparently. The fact that Taeil and his accomplices admitted guilt means the evidence is strong, and victims deserve closure and support. But what about the aftermath? Taeil now reportedly works part-time at a friend's restaurant, scraping by. Some say it's justice catching. Others wonder if he's being punished enough beyond prison time. I want to hear your opinions. How do you feel about SM Entertainment's response? Do you think the public and the K-pop industry are doing enough to address sexual crimes and to protect victims? And for fans who loved Taeil before, how do you process this kind of news when it comes from someone you admired? Also, considering the victim was a foreigner, do you think this case highlights issues about how foreign nationals are treated or protected in South Korea? Does it expose larger societal problems? This is a tough and painful topic, but it's important to talk about it openly and honestly. Justice isn't just about punishment, it's about learning, preventing future crimes, and supporting survivors. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What should be the next step for Taeil? How can the K-pop industry improve its handling of scandals like this? And how do you separate the art from the artist when cases like this come up? Let's keep talking about this case because there are still a lot of layers to unpack, and I want to hear what you think. One thing that really struck me was the timeline. The crime reportedly happened in June 2024, but the public only found out a couple of months later when SM Entertainment announced Taeil's removal from NCT. And yet, the investigation took a full year before the first trial happened in June 2025. That's a long time. It makes me wonder about how these cases get delayed and how that affects justice for victims. Also, The fact that the defendants tried to manipulate evidence, like GPS data from the taxi, to cover their tracks tells us this was premeditated. It wasn't just a reckless mistake or something that happened in the heat of the moment. This level of planning is really disturbing, and it raises questions about the mindset behind the crime. Now, let's talk about the public reaction. Social media exploded with anger and disbelief. Many people felt betrayed because Taeil was once a beloved idol, known for his talent and charm. Some fans expressed heartbreak, others expressed rage, and many questioned how someone could hide this kind of behavior behind their public persona. I think this brings up a broader discussion about celebrity culture and accountability. Sometimes, idols and celebrities are placed on pedestals where fans and companies overlook their flaws or mistakes because of their fame. But cases like this remind us that no one is above the law, and no amount of popularity should protect anyone from facing consequences for serious crimes. I also want to point out how SM Entertainment's quick action to cut ties with Taeil sets an example. In the past, some agencies have been accused of sweeping scandals under the rug to protect their stars. But here, SM moved fast, maybe because the evidence was undeniable or the backlash was too strong. Either way, it's a sign that the industry is starting to take sexual crime allegations more seriously. But is it enough? I don't think so. The K-pop industry and the entertainment world in general still has a lot of work to do when it comes to educating idols about consent, respect, and personal boundaries. Prevention is just as important as punishment, and what about support for victims? This victim was a foreign woman, which might add another layer of vulnerability. How safe do foreign nationals really feel in places like Itaewon? Are there enough protections and awareness campaigns? This case should spark more conversations about protecting all members of society, regardless of nationality. Now, I want to ask you, how do you personally deal with hearing news like this about someone you may have once admired? Is it possible to separate the art from the artist? Or does this kind of behavior change how you view their entire career and legacy? And on a legal note, the prosecution is asking for a 7-year sentence. Some netizens say it's too lenient. Others believe it's fair. What's your take? Should punishments be stricter for crimes involving multiple offenders and premeditation? How do you think the justice system should handle cases like these to both punish offenders and protect society? Lastly, Taeil's lawyer mentioned that he submitted a self-surrender statement and had an agreement with the victim to not seek further punishment. The prosecution disputes this, calling the surrender questionable. It raises a critical issue. Can such agreements truly reflect justice? Or can they sometimes be used to manipulate outcomes? To wrap up this part, I want to say that while it's painful to hear about these crimes, talking about them openly is crucial. We can't ignore or hide these realities. Awareness and conversation are steps toward change, so tell me your honest thoughts in the comments below. What should be done next? How can the K-pop world better prevent and respond to crimes like this? And how do we as fans balance support for the industry with holding idols accountable? If you found this video insightful, please like and share. Your voice matters in these conversations. And don't forget to subscribe to Enyong Buzz for more updates on K-pop, entertainment, and the issues that matter. Thanks for sticking with me through this tough topic. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.